Even being real feels like performance. That single sentence captures a quiet exhaustion so many of us are feeling right now. On this day, 2026, March 31st, you make a choice to show up. You make a choice to be honest. You make a choice to let people see the real you. But then, a subtle shift happens. You start to watch yourself being real. You wonder if your honesty is landing the right way, if it will be liked, if it will be shared, if it will be understood. You find yourself editing your vulnerability, polishing your raw moments until they shine just so. You post, and then you check, and then you worry, and then you might even delete, and at the end of it all, you just feel tired. This isn't the freedom you were promised. It feels like another job. This feeling of being watched while you're just trying to live is a modern kind of strain. The promise of authenticity is so beautiful and simple. It whispers that if you show up as you truly are, life will feel lighter. You will no longer need to hide the parts of yourself that you fear are too messy or too much. You will feel a sense of freedom, a deep rightness in your own skin. This promise is what draws us in, what makes us want to be brave and open our hearts to the world. It's the hope of finding a community that accepts us, flaws and all. It's the dream of being loved not in spite of our imperfections but because of them. That is a powerful and worthy promise, but this beautiful promise starts to fray under the intense glare of the modern world, especially online. Today, your authenticity is often judged by how it looks to other people. It needs to be packaged into a story that is easy for others to understand and consume. Your messy, complicated reality must be presented as a neat, inspiring narrative of growth. People want a version of you that is consistent, a brand of realness they can follow, and in the process of tidying up our truth for public viewing, that truth can become just another mask. It's a mask that looks like our own face, which makes it even more confusing and tiring to wear. This is a major shift from what authenticity was originally meant to be. Decades ago, the psychologist Carl Rogers talked about authenticity. He described it as alignment and inner feelings, matching outer expression. It was about being true to yourself, for yourself. Today, the focus has flipped. It's about proving your inner state to an outer audience. You have to perform your rawness as proof that you aren't fake. This turns authenticity into a performance, a constant act of showing and telling. You are still carefully choosing camera angles, editing your words, designing your posts, even if the subject is your own struggle. The pressure builds because this performance is relentless. You can't just be authentic once, you have to keep proving it. Every post, every story, every comment becomes a test. Are you being real enough? Are you being, too real? This constant self-monitoring is exhausting. The 2026 with Justin Dane, with Double 25. 35 Sprout Social Index found consumers crave authenticity, but judge performative authenticity quickly. This puts everyone in an impossible position: be real, but make it look real to a skeptical audience. The promise of freedom gets lost under the weight of these unspoken rules. What is it that makes performing authenticity so uniquely tiring? The first reason is what sociologists call social signaling. When you share something honest or vulnerable on social media, it's not just a simple act of sharing. It becomes a signal to others that you are deep, trustworthy, relatable. This signal can bring you rewards, more followers, more praise, maybe even business opportunities. But the moment your honesty becomes a strategic signal, it changes. It shifts from being a genuine expression to a calculated task. When you are doing something for an expected reward, it no longer feels pure or restful. It feels like work. The second reason is the intense identity pressure it creates. Social media platforms encourage us to share so much of our inner lives, our thoughts, our struggles, our wins, our losses. As you prepare to share, a storm of questions runs through your mind. Is this too much information? Is it not enough? Will people think I am brave? Will they think I am just seeking attention? You have to be the actor, director, critic of your own life story, all at the same time. This triple role is incredibly heavy. It can turn simple, everyday moments into scenes you are constantly rehearsing for a future audience. This isn't just a psychological burden, it has a biological basis. Researchers found brain areas light up when performing vulnerability online. The same areas light up when making a good impression in a high-stakes situation, like a job interview. This means your mind treats being real for an audience as a stressful, evaluative event. This constant pressure to perform our realness comes with a significant cost. That cost is often called identity fatigue. This is a deep, soul-level tiredness from the relentless work of managing multiple versions of yourself. You have your work self, your parent self, your friend self, your carefully crafted social media self. Each version requires energy and attention. Each must be kept consistent and presentable. The mental juggling act of keeping all these identities in the air leads to stress and exhaustion. It's why you might feel empty after sharing something deeply personal online. This isn't just feeling tired, it affects your well-being. Studies link identity pressure to increased psychological stress. A 2024 study in PMC found social media overload depletes resources like time and focus, leading to strain and anxiety. When boundaries between roles are violated by online performance, it can cause an identity disturbance. You feel less sure of who you are when the audience isn't there. That uncertainty is a heavy weight. You are doing enough. You are enough. Subscribe for more.